Hello everybody, I'm Gabby and this is Gabby Tech. Welcome back to my channel for another review. If you're new here, I would like you to go check my previous videos, and if you like something you may subscribe to the channel because that way you support me a lot. Thank you very much for all of your help and support till now. I love you everybody. In today's video we're gonna take a look at one very cool phone, and this is Samsung A52. You know, this is one of the most weighted phones for the year because it's the progeny of Samsung A51, but here we have new stuff and updates that makes this model even better than the previous one. So stay till the end of this video to understand why you need this phone right now. Let's start with the unboxing and then the features. Wait, I need to tell something. The price of this phone is just $300. For $300 you will receive stuff that normally you wouldn't for this price tag. Stay tuned. Unboxing, we'll proceed with the design and quality of the build. We have shiny frame, polycarbonate back, polycarbonate or plastic, but this time there is one difference. Samsung doesn't try to hide that their back is plastic. You know, in previous models Samsung always put some very cool or something like a coverage in order just to hide that the back is plastic. This time they embrace the design of the plastic back and they say, okay, we put your plastic back, but you have so many stuff that will compensate this little, let's say, build flaw. But one thing that I like about the plastic design is that it's super light. You know, my phone is iPhone 12 Pro, is way more heavier than this one because the back is not plastic. So I would actually embrace this design because it's light. The lighter the better. Then we have our audio jack, USB Type-C port, speakers. Overall the design is this, and the beautiful display that we'll speak about in a minute. This is a big upgrade from the previous generation. For the first time we have a very fast refresh rate in the middle class of phones. Up to 120 Hz in the 5G version and up to 90 Hz in the normal version. 90 and 120 Hz are normally refresh rates for higher class of phones, for flagship phones. But here we have it in the middle class for $300, this refresh rate. Samsung, you're amazing. Thank you for bringing this to the people who can't give above $1,000 for a phone. More on the display. On the top we have the circle with 32 megapixel front camera, which is not something special. We already used to big megapixels in the front and on the back camera, but it's decent. Of course, a fingerprint sensor that is on the bottom of the screen, little bit strange place. I'm used to more likely to be here in the middle. It's strange, but it's super fast and precise. We also have face recognition option, but I would choose the fingerprint option, it's better. Wow, they're following me now, they collected my fingerprints again. It's fast, right? Yeah. The display itself is Super AMOLED Full HD Plus display with up to 400 ppi and up to 800 nits of brightness. Wow, such a display in this price tag is sweet spot. In the settings you can set your refresh rate to 60, 90 on 120 Hz because the higher the refresh rate, the more battery consumption, of course. More extras that we have about the display is the Eye Comfort Shield functions that sets the color temperature of the display according to the outside environment, which is great and protects your eyes that way. That's why it's called Eye Comfort Shield. Since we spoke about the display, now it's time to go to the component number 3, and this is the configuration. Underneath the lid we have Snapdragon 720G. This is 8nm technology created processor with 8 cores. 2 of them are super powerful and 6 are energo effective, which is great for the performance. You know, this processor is perfect for gaming. I have tested it before, especially when you combine it with the 120Hz display or the 90 or 120. It depends which model you're looking at. It will give the best gaming performance you can ever think in such a middle class of phone. We also have 6GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage. Of course, this internal storage is upgradable. You can always add a micro SD card, or if you don't want to use a micro SD card, you can add another SIM card. The phone is working fast and precise. You can definitely feel the high refresh rate, but you will feel it best when you game. That's why let's make a gaming test with PUBG Mobile exactly here. And if you're still in the video, you can like and subscribe. After we tested the gaming performance, it's time to say a couple of words about the software. We have Android 11 with the One UI 3.1 interface of Samsung. And also one more thing, Samsung promised us that they will give us at least 3 big updates, which makes this phone extra future-proof for the next 4 years. Isn't this great? Because let's be honest, nobody likes changing their phones every 2 years. You buy one phone and 4 or 5 months afterwards the new model is out, they make you consume. That's why it's great that Samsung gives you the opportunity to have this phone for many years if everything is okay, which it will be. About the sound, we mentioned that there are speakers, they're stereo, 2 on the bottom, 1 in the microphone, and the audio jack. Samsung is one of the brands that keeps the audio jack in their middle class, which is great because not everybody has wireless earplugs. And the last component before we speak about the camera is the battery and the battery life. The battery is 4500 mAh, which is sufficient for 2 days of normal usage of the phone. If you use on 120Hz and game non-stop, of course it will be less. Your charger in the box is 15 watt, but the phone supports up to 25 watt of charging. But there is no wireless charging option because this is only for the higher class of phones. But I will get over it. 25 watt, if you buy a 25 watt charger, do you know how fast your phone will get charged? For 1 hour, even less than an hour, your battery will be full. And before we pronounce this phone for such a masterpiece for its price, it's time to take a look at the camera. We have 4 lenses, one main sensor that is 64 megapixel, normal, we're already used to these high megapixels, ultra wide angle camera 12 megapixel, and 5 megapixel macro sensor for 3 to 5 centimeter focus length. One thing that is super special about this phone is that finally we have optical stabilization in HD video, not in 4K but in HD. You can film up to 4K 30 FPS, and of course you have your favorite depth sensor for blurry creamy backgrounds. After we made some pictures, it's time to conclude. My conclusion is this phone is great. $300. Amazing display with up to 120Hz refresh rate for the 5G version. Opportunity for bigger internal storage and nice powerful Snapdragon 720G processor. Let me conclude this phone for you. It's cheap, the display supports up to 120Hz in the 5G version, it's Super AMOLED Full HD Plus, which gives us better, deeper and more brighter colors, and stereo sound, decent camera. This is great for the price tag of $300. That's why I recommend this phone to you. And please like this video and tell me in the comment section, would you recommend this phone to somebody or would you get it for yourself? Thank you very much for watching.